Hello, I am Ravi Babu. Welcome to the series Digital Marketing for Everyone. Number 1. Strategy for Digital Marketing. This is the third video on components of digital marketing strategy. In the previous videos, we saw 5 C's of digital marketing strategy. The first C is company, second C, customer, third C, content, fourth C, channels, fifth C, check back. In the previous video, we had an overview of first C. In this video, we'll have an overview of second C, customer, second C, customer, and overview. There are two things we need to understand about customer. The first thing is we need to define our customer. We should be able to answer the question, who are our prospects? Prospects are potential customers. Every prospect cannot be a customer, but every customer was a prospect. The second thing is analyze customer experience. How will we serve them as customers? You need to learn about your prospects, potential customers. If you don't learn about them, you cannot provide proper customer experience. Learn how prospects think, feel, and act in general, and then visualize how your prospects will think, feel, and act when interacting with your brand or your product. As I told you, two things are very important. You must define your audience and then analyze the customer experience. And we try to understand these two things. First, collect the customer or prospect data. Make sure to collect factual data. Don't collect fictitious data. Don't collect made-up data. Unless you have factual data, you cannot understand your customer. Second, collect as much data as possible from different sources. There are many sources from where we can collect the potential customer's data or a prospect's data. Then analyze the data collected. Learn business analytics. And using the business analytics, you can analyze the data at hand. Analyze the data before defining your customer, before understanding your customer. Don't make assumptions about your customer. Create personas or define customers. How do we define customer? Based on the data, we define customer. We'll try to define the attributes or features or characteristics of a perfect customer or a perfect audience by analyzing the available data or information. After you define the characteristics or attributes or features of a customer, then decide what actions you need to take. Understand the buyer journey. How does a customer buy? Understand the journey a prospect takes from being interested in your product to sold on it. So you need to understand the journey. Without understanding that journey, you cannot lead the path of the prospect to buy your product or service. Create a path for a prospect to take for closing the sale. If you really want to close the sale, create a path for a buying path for a customer, potential customer. Finally, help the prospect to buy. Remember, today's prospects are empowered with a lot of information. You and your team is facing an empowered customer. Determine what is the content maturity of your company on the scale. So in this video, we did try to understand two things. Number 1, we tried to define the customer. Number 2, we tried to analyze the user experience. The most important thing is collect as much data as possible about a customer and use the business analytics to understand the customer. Then create a journey potential buyer to purchase your product or service. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, share, like, and don't forget to comment. Thank you.